Alright, good morning everybody. So today I thought I'd just do a quick arena, quick guide, quick new user start guide. If you ever tried to play the original TES Arena, which is Elder Scrolls 1, you'll notice that it's pretty hard to get into, kind of clunky game. So for the class, normally I'll go with a spell sword. So spell swords level more slowly, especially when you get to like level 9 and 10. Take like 130,000 XP to get up to level 9, I think, or 10. So it's a lot of XP involved, so you got to do a lot of mob killing and farming. But it's also an easy class to play because you have both weapons and you have spells that you can use to your advantage. And when I do it, I use spell sword. Go ahead and put my name in. Choose male. And the best starting class, whenever you want to do it like a new user, you haven't played Arena before, you've maybe played some Daggerfall, you want to choose the High Elves because they have a natural immunity to paralysis. And pretty much when you get into the second dungeon, which is Fang Lair, that's the second story dungeon, it's going to have spiders that are going to paralyze you, and becomes a big problem. You could also do a Dark Elf, spell sword and get free action spell, and that'll get rid of the paralysis. You could also like generate or create a new spell, make a free action custom spell that has a better percentage of freeing you from paralysis. Either way, good idea to start as a high elf, but I'll show you the stats real quick. And that's going to be the issue because you're going to be low strength and low, agility. So as you can see, you have high intelligence and high willpower, but your agility and your strength is pretty low. So normally what I like to do is get agility to +1 hit, so that's 55 agility, and then get damage or strength, so you got damage +0 here. I don't think I can get it to +1, so I could put 50 strength and 55 agility. I think that'll work. That should be good. I'm thinking, should I invest in intelligence to get some more spell points or not? Okay, I'll go ahead and invest 2 points here to get 90 spell points. So we'll be really squishy because our endurance is really low, so we only have 31 hit points. But we do have the ability to heal repeatedly, and as you level, your spell points will go up, and you'll be able to use light heal to basically heal yourself every time you get hit. That way you don't have to worry about being squishy that bad as long as you don't get jumped somewhere. And one thing about this game is that you want to save game and save often, because it can crash. The hit detection can sometimes come out of nowhere. You can turn a corner and basically get blasted, especially with magic. In Fang Lair, whenever you go to get the first staff piece, you'll basically have an issue where there's going to be a mob in there that just, like a wolf, like a magic wolf that just throws spells at you, and it'll kill you right off the bat. So say right before that, open the door by answering the riddle and run away. And normally that's the best way to run away and kind of run around, and if you're lucky you can kill it, but it takes some practice to get used to. So here, to access your inventory and stuff like that, you got to click on your portrait, go to next page, and all you get is a dagger. And we're gonna go ahead, we picked up the key there, and as you know, this game doesn't have custom keybinds, so you have to use the arrow keys. You can use a DOSBox custom keybind to put WASD controls. The issue with that is when it comes time to answer the riddles in the dungeons, the letter keys won't work, so you'll basically be sitting there trying to type in the answer and you won't be able to. So I normally just use arrow controls and kind of deal with it. And for Spell casting, the way to quick cast is a C, the C command, and that'll bring up your spell menu. And that's like the only way you can access the spell menu. So yeah, and the game pauses whenever you do that, so that's, you know, it's like Daggerfall, so you can kind of strategize spells. So this first loot pile here, you can save, and I'm gonna create a new save. Just call it Dank. And you see you get 28 gold pieces. So what I could do is load game, go back to Dank. Oh, you want to turn off pixelization as well, so that's F4, and that way whenever you press anything, it won't pixelize as it comes up, because that gets pretty repetitive where it does the pixelization. So you can turn that off. Now, okay, so for the loot pile, click it again. See, now I got a magic item, a bracelet, and a mace. So if you keep doing this over and over again by loading, you can get like in-game gear, but normally if I get something like a magic item, I'm usually good to go, and some kind of weapon that I can use. So I'll go ahead, I have a mace, so I'll go ahead and go back into my character, and you can right click on the bracelet and it'll tell you what it does. So -2 the armor resistance. So if I equip it, it's just going to take 2 points off the armor resistance, or add 2 points to it. That way I have a +7, so that means enemies have a +7 chance to do more damage to me, because my armor is basically non-existent right now. And the mace will be 1 to 12 damage, and the dagger will be 1 to 6. So I'll equip the mace and exit out. And this game doesn't have like blunt weapons, stuff like that. It just has you know, strength, which is attached to weaponry, so you don't have to worry about getting into if you're going to use blunt or short sword, long sword. All of that stuff has not been added yet. So what I normally do in this dungeon is just pretty much go everywhere. So just go around, kill everything that you come across, and as I said, save often. You just want to, you know, every, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, just save. Here's a loot pile. You can do the save scumming here too as well. Any loot pile is randomized, so you could just keep doing it to get something. See there, I got attacked and took a little bit of health, but knocked them out pretty good. So spell swords cannot equip plate. So if I go into the menu, you see it's not it's red, so I can't equip it. Anywho, go back out here, you can bring up the mini map, and the exit to the dungeon is to the northeast. So if we go, it's like somewhere up here, but you can kind of just flesh out the whole map. It's not really big, it's samey, so everything looks exactly the same, so it's confusing at first. But once you get used to how this game's dungeons are designed, it becomes pretty easy to kind of map out where you're going in a dungeon. And you can always use the TES user guide to, God, what is on me? That was a rat. Okay, so as I said, you press C and do a light heal, and it'll take out all of your magicka at level 1, which kind of sucks. But as you level, the light heal will do very little magic. It'll take very little magic away. So there's a lot of enemies that pop up whenever you camp. So I don't normally do until fully healed. I normally do like 3-hour spurts. That way I try to get a better chance of resting without enemies popping up. So as you can see there, I wake up, almost all magicka's there. So I can do it again and then do 2 hours, and that should fill me up with magic. Okay, so I'm good to go. And in this dungeon, you can go into those cubby holes, but a lot of times you'll get enemies are nearby. So I can open up the map, kind of look at where I am. So I already went this way. Can go back, and the basic strategy for a new player guide is you're gonna flesh out this dungeon, kill everything till you're about level 4, As long as you keep killing, you get to about level 4 before I'm gonna save here. So just in case I get killed, save again. Until you're about level 4 in this dungeon, then you'll leave and go out into the world. And the first story dungeon, you can check these goblins. Sometimes they'll have items. Staffs aren't really worth much money. A lot of times they won't have anything. Sometimes they'll have gold on them. You never know. But if you want to check them, you can check them. And this is a empty cubby hole. But damn, they took some good bit of health off of me. Alright, so yeah, see, and oh, the pixelization is still on. Oh, let me try it again. Okay, there we go. Alright, so go ahead and bring up the map real quick. Okay, I can go this way. I haven't gone this way yet. So what I was saying is, once you get out into the world, you can go and ask around. Like if you're not trying to use a guide, you can ask around and ask, you know, where the first quest location is at for the main quest, and it'll tell you to go to Rihad, or it'll tell you to go to Sentinel, and then you can go to Rihad. And in Rihad, you go all the way to the palace, which is at the very south of the map, the southeast corner of the map, which is where they put the main palaces at. So what I got here, I got a steel longsword, which is good, tower shield, and 86 gold pieces. So let's check out the longsword, 2 to 16. Let's equip that. And tower shields also can't be used. You can use kite shields though, so those are pretty good. Alright, so now we got our longsword. And can we rest here? Yes. Well, that sucks. Don't kill me. Alright. Check him. See, 9 gold pieces. But once you get, for the main quest, once you get to Rihad, you go to the palace. You'll talk to the queen there, or whatever she is, princess, whatever. And she'll ask you to go to the first story dungeon, which is Stonekeep. And farming Stonekeep is how I level up. So you can go in and out of Stonekeep, and every time you do it, it'll regenerate everything. And what's interesting about this game is that you can actually complete the main quest by just doing Stonekeep over and over and over again. If you keep doing it, it'll think that you keep grabbing the same quest item, but it'll think that you're grabbing the next quest item. So it'll basically level you through it'll go through the entire main story, so you don't have to do any other dungeon. But obviously, if you want to play the game for real, you don't want to do that. You just want to go in there to farm and get experience, right? So I leveled up, so I'm gonna see, I got 5 bonus points. We're gonna go with agility because we want more hit percentage. All right, so we got to +2, which is good. And we want to get our damage and agility up because, at least in my case, I like to do weaponry more than spells. I only use spells for healing most of the time, stuff like pass wall. I usually use potions for everything else. Not enough spell points. Okay, see if I could do. No, didn't work. See, I used until, what is it? Until healed, and it immediately just starts popping enemies on you, and I hate that. So let's try again. All right, that worked. So this time we're going to try camp for a while. Let's do 3 hours. Enemies.
I see you have
okay, so here's just going to tell you about this staff. So Staff of Chaos is the whole MacGuffin you gotta get to confront Jägerthorn in the Imperial City. So it's gonna go through the story here.
When I tried to warn the council,
yeah, Staff of Chaos.
Was nigh indestructible.
He shattered the staff into 8 pieces. I'm only trying to get to the part where it tells you, you know, to look here for it. Okay, I clicked off of it. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Fang Lair, originally built by dwarves. Not Skyrim dwarves, but some kind of dwarves. This was obviously before they fleshed out Elder Scrolls lore. So it basically tells you to look for Fang Lair, and when you get out of this dungeon and you get out into the world, you can start talking to people, and you'll say where is, and when you say where is, at the very bottom it'll be Fang Lair, and they'll usually tell you to go to Sentinel. They'll say, oh, you gotta go to Sentinel you go to Sentinel and ask around, you can go to any town and they'll tell you, oh, go to Rihad. And then you go to Rihad, go to the palace, and that'll get you to Stone Keep. And I'll probably dip here, like pause the video and then come back with the next section, which will be basically the continuation of everything I'm talking about. So I'm gonna kind of grind in here for a little bit. You don't need to be here for all that. And then I'll show you where I'm at with the level and everything, and talk about Mage's Guild and potions, and especially potions to cure disease. Those are absolutely vital. Potions to cure poison, stuff like that. So I will be back very shortly. Alright, we're back. So we're going to load saved games. So from what I was saying before, I was leveling my character in Imperial Sewers, and I went through the portal to get out, and now I'm out. If I do the information, it'll show me I'm in Riverwatch, which is in Somerset Isles, because I'm a high elf. And it currently, a rat got to me and bit me, so it says I have brain fever. So now I'm diseased, so I need to be healed. One thing is, if you get out of the Imperial Sewers and you are at night like it is right now, you're going to get attacked if you're in town. So there will be enemies out and about looking for you. So I can bring up my map, and nothing is marked. You have to find it yourself. Normally you talk to characters to do that. So what I'm gonna do actually is go outside. See where the gate is. Where'd the gate go? Here it is. Alright, so I'm gonna go outside and rest, and hopefully not get attacked. Let's see. Alright, I'm healed, and I'm gonna rest some more. Let's rest for 5 hours. Alright, okay, what time is it? Okay, 5:25 in the morning. Gonna rest some more. Let's do 3 hours. 2, 1. Alright, so now it's daytime. Can put my sword away, go back in town. Alright, so I can go into the world, find an NPC, and ask them where is closest temple. No, I actually have lists of temples here. Okay, let's see. Seth. I guess Seth was a god in the original Elder Scrolls Arena. That's funny. Oh, I kind of went right through that. Sometimes they'll mark it on your map, but most of the time they'll just tell you to go a certain direction. I didn't want to do that. Is it going to crash me? The game froze. This is what I'm talking about. You have to save often. The game will crash. Alright, well, it looks like the game crashed. I'm going to go again and restart the game, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again, and I reloaded the save I just had, so let's go ahead and rest again. Let's camp for 10 hours. And of course this time there's gonna be enemies. Oh boy. Alright, let's see here. I made it to level 4 in the sewers, which is what you want to get to. Yikes. Okay. Want to die there. Alright. Alright, took him out. Let's see what he has. Leather. No, we don't want any of this. So I'm already equipped with chain that I was able to get off a bandit in the Imperial Sewers. Anyways, let's see if we can rest again. Camp. Let's try 3 hours and just do 3-hour spurts. Nope. Rats. Rats are pretty easy to kill. Rest again. Camp. Let's try 3 more hours. Okay, let's do it again. Enemies again. Lizard man. Take him out. Anyone else? No. Alright. Do that again. Daytime. Alright. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go ahead and save just to make sure I don't crash again. Got some flavor text there about a holiday or something. But anyway, I think that's a temple over there. in the distance, but let me just see. Where is nearest temple? Okay, so they marked it on my map, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into my map, and the Brotherhood of Seth is right there where I thought it was. Okay, it's that big building with the looks like stained glass and very lo-fi content. Or actually, here's another temple. I'll go into here. And this game actually has the Ankh, but the priest model that they use has a cross, so I found that kind of funny. He's just like a Bible thumper, which is kind of funny. So let's see, which one is it? Cure disease. Yes. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, I'm cured. Alright, so now I don't have brain fever. I forgot what that does, but if you try to fast travel with any disease, you'll most likely die. That's why you need the potions of cure disease. You need like maybe 4 or 5 of them, so if you do get disease while you're in a dungeon, you can go back to town you can cure yourself without having to worry about dying trying to go back to town. Because when I first started playing this game, that's what happened in Stonekeep. I got diseased and I basically got soft locked because I couldn't do anything after that. Where is the Magus Guild? Southwest of here. Alright, let's see. Southwest. So we're gonna go southwest. Southwest. There's a fence there. And unfortunately there's nothing you can do about the frame rate. I got the cycles clocked up to like 35,000, but if you want to kind of make it a little frame better, you can go in escape and turn the detail down a bit, and that'll kind of make it a little bit faster, so you can kind of zoom through it. Kind of makes everything more blocky and chunky, but I don't really mind it. It looks like a Magus Guild in there. Let's see. Where is the Magus Guild? Southwest. Okay. Let me try asking them one more time. No, they're not gonna mark it on my map. Alright, southwest of here. Where is the Magus Guild? What is this? That's just like a house or something. Well, here's a weapons store, and what you can do is go into your map and you can basically type in different locations so you know where it is on the map. So go ahead and go into here, and each weapon store has the best music. That's what if you've ever watched the YouTube videos by Jeweler, he said that. Yeah, I love this arena like intro song. And this super huge dude, so I'm gonna see what I can sell. I'm gonna sell the plate boots, 37 gold. And the thing you want to get a lot of is marks, crystals, amulets, stuff like that, belts. Those will have enchantments, and those will sell for a lot of gold. So that's how you can really stack up on gold, by selling those. Alright, so sell the tower shield, anything I can equip. Sell the bucklers. 6 gold. Some of this stuff is not even worth it to sell because it's such the low amount of gold. That's why you don't want to be looting everything. Sell the dagger. 1 gold. Let's see. I want the round shield. I want the steel longsword. I want the elven one. I'm gonna get rid of those long swords. 461. I don't know why, but long swords always sell for a lot of money. 281. Alright, not bad. Okay, so see the mace, 6 gold. It's a piece of trash. Piece of shit. Okay, 7 gold. And let's see. We'll sell the crystal. I don't know what it does. 627. That'll work. Alright. Exit. So let's see. We'll go to my character here and see how much gold I have. Okay, 2,000 gold. That'll do it. I can buy spells and potions with that. So go out. And we can continue looking for the Mage's Guild now. There it is. See that? The most childlike building with the stars and the moon. It's kind of funny. It's like you could tell in this game they were really like thinking out what kind of game we're gonna make, and they use the typical fantasy aesthetic as they can. But if you think about it, for its time, this is one of the most unique games of that time period, because everything was dungeon crawlers during the time, and this was the first game to really think outside the box and go, okay, we'll make a dungeon crawler, because that's what this game primarily is just a huge dungeon crawler, but we'll attach this seemingly endless world that you can just roam around outside by using procedural generation. And when that came out in '94, like, blew people away, because you could just go to all these different towns, and there's like all, it's all the same, but at the same time it's different, and they actually use different graphics for the different provinces of Tamriel, so it made it appear to be like a super expansive world. And that's what kind of made that's the DNA blueprint that made the Elder Scrolls what it is. And the current games are more focused on handcrafted, tailored experiences, like Skyrim or Oblivion. You have one area, one style, and the quests mean more. The quests have more story behind them, things like that. But if you did a combination of those two, which I hope Wayward Realms is doing something like that, because I know they're using procedural generation. But if you do a combination of those two ideas, like you put procedural generation, but then you do put handcrafted stuff in, so you get a mix of those two, I think it'll be like one of the best games. So anyways, going back to Arena, we're gonna buy potions. We're gonna buy a potion of Cure Disease. So how many we're gonna buy? We're gonna buy 4. That'll be 200 gold. And we're gonna buy spells. Okay, so first spell we want is Light. The darkness in this game is artificially generated. You can't really tell, but when you're in a dungeon, it'll be darked out. You can light it up so you can see far out. Another one is Heal, which will heal you for more hit points, but you don't really need it if you keep your endurance low, because the light heal will usually heal you up because you won't have many hit points, but you'll be healing yourself a lot, unless you want to invest in endurance and get more health. But the number one is Levitate. You want that, so especially for the Stone Keep dungeon, because you have to, there's an island in the middle of an area in there where the quest item is, and if you have Levitate, you can just walk over the water instead of going into it. Alright, so he's gonna do 50 gold for that. Go back to spells. Let's see, I'll do Light. Buy this, 120, not bad. Alright, buy. Gonna do spells again. And let's see what we can do. Free action. That's good for paralysis. Even though you're immune to it as a high elf, just have it just in case. I'm not sure in the later dungeons, because I've only gotten to like the 4th story dungeon. I'm not sure in the later dungeons if you get paralyzed regardless of whether you're a high elf or not. Go back into spells again, and maybe we could buy a destruction spell like a fireball or something. Where's fireball? Is it wizard fire? Let's see. Fireball, there it is. Alright, so we can buy that. 325 gold. Alright, so let's see what spells we have. We have Fire Dart, Fireball, Free Action, Levitate, Light, and Light Heal. And we'll stick with that for now. Pretty much all we'll need in Stone Keep. And now that we've done that, we can go and get the quest. in Hammerfell. So we, oh, not here. So you should be around level 4 to 5 at this point. You're gonna right click on the map, go to Hammerfell, and down here at the bottom there's a town called Riyadh. You go there, travel that way, and it's pretty easy because you just go south. So, uh-oh, it's nighttime. That sucks. Yep, see, get attacked at night. Alright. I'll just power through because I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. And all you do here is just go southeast as far as you can go. You just keep going. And at the very back of these castle towns that show up on the map, there's always a palace that you can go into. So, ooh, something's on me. Whoa, that's not good. I haven't saved in a while. Ooh, that was close. That was so, look at that. I have no health. That was damn close. I'm doing the video, so I'm not saving this like I should. All right. Gonna save over that. God, that would have sucked. Take the saber. Alright. Frickin' Nightblade. Well, like I said, you're pretty squishy as a high elf spell sword, so it kinda gotta be ready to save often and heal. That light heal will come in handy. And spells is something you like, spellcasters going after you. I'm pretty sure in the later levels it will suck a lot more. No, I thought that was maybe something I could buy. Anyway, here's the gate, and the castle's back there. Oh, come on. Now I gotta find a hotel. So there's new information. It's closed at night. I gotta find a hotel to stay in. And come on. Trying to just do this stupid quest. I'm not trying to mess around. Alright. Gonna go north. I know there's inn somewhere around here. Where the hell is that? That's a weapon shop. Keep going. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to map. Alright, so it's somewhere over here. Come this way. There it is. Alright. And the inn layout really confuses me because the geometry is like all off on it. You can see like I don't know, it just looks weird the way the geometry is because it's that 1.5D, you know, not 3D, but sorry, 2.5D type of Wolfenstein 3D looking map. So it looks kind of weird. Excuse me. All right, get a room. Always get the single. The other ones are just for role-playing purposes. That's 10 gold. Yes. All right, exit. See what time it is. 11:35 at night. So we can wait for pretty much 10 hours. And we wake up. It is 9:36 in the morning, so we're good. Alright, gonna go out. Which way do we go? Yep, go this way. There's the barkeep. There's the door to get out. Alright. Now we can go south again. Go south. And back to the palace again. And yeah, it kind of takes a little bit to get to really, like, if you want to play this game just for the, you know, like, just to see what it was like back then, you could do that. But I kind of got into it just from the leveling structure. You know, if you play it for what it is, like a dungeon crawler, it's not bad. Okay, so she'll tell you the story and say that she can figure out where, you know, the first stab piece is, but you need to get the parchment from Stonekeep. So you say yes, and you get out of here, and then you right click on the map, make sure you have your disease potions, any spells you're gonna need, anything else you might want to bring with you before you go so you don't get diseased and die and not be able to get back. So we're gonna get there. I'm just gonna show you real quick. Cast the light spell. See how it's all dark? Cast the light spell, boom, everything's lit up, so you can see pretty far out. So rats will start coming out as soon as you get into the dungeon. This left door and right door both have treasure behind them, and every time you leave this dungeon and come back in, it resets, so you can just keep doing this over and over again. And that's the loop you follow to kind of power level before you start going after the later dungeons. And like I said, if you want, you can keep grabbing the quest item over and over again, and that would advance you in the storyline. It's kind of a huge oversight, you know, when they created this game. But if you want to play the game for real, can I use kite shields? I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, I can. Sweet. Alright, so that's a -6, which means they have a -6 chance to hit. Alright, so I'm doing pretty good for like level 4 with the armor. I probably should have bought chain helmet, but I'm doing pretty good. Alright, so actually I'll go back in and drop that round shield. I don't need it. And you want to keep some swords on you at all times, because they will wear down. See, this one's almost new, this one's new, this one's new, but over time, especially if you're pounding on chests and doors, those are really wear your swords out, so you want to be careful. If you do come to a chest, you can examine it, and then you can use this pilfering tool to try to unlock it. If it says that, you know, this lock is petty to you or something like that, you can open it. But if it says, oh, you can't open this, then you won't be able to open it with the pilfering skill. But you could try to bash it open, but a lot of times that'll just wear your swords out real quick. But anyways, bring up the map here. You just basically where the main quest item is, and you can look this up on the UESP wiki. But you go down here, you just keep going down, and you go west, and then you're gonna come up, and there's gonna be an island here. You levitate, teleport over the water, and that's where the quest item is. And you got to go back the same way. There's no teleport in this game, which really sucks, because once you're done with the dungeon, you got to walk all the way back, and that part sucks. Anyways, once you do that, you can go back to the princess in Rihad, give her the parchment, and get Fang Lair location. Once you get to like level 6 or 7, you can go to Fang Lair. Like I said, being a high elf, you won't get paralyzed by the spiders. And I think that's about all you need to get started in Arena if you really want to try it out and you want it to be easier experience and not too difficult. Control scheme, like I said, you could use custom controls from the Nexus mods. It also has other mods you can download, like this UI is from Nexus mods. So you can get a few mods going on this, but it's mostly cosmetic and just the control scheme. But like I said, if you change the controls to WASD, you won't be able to type when it asks for riddles in the main dungeons. It'll ask you to answer a riddle. You have to type out a word, and you won't be able to. So that's why I just keep the up-down arrow control scheme. I can play it that way pretty efficiently, so it doesn't bother me too much. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. Just wanted to make a quick video and get it out. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Making a Julian Lefay documentary, or kind of just a overview of his life and his work. That should be out in maybe a month or so. Taking me a while to work on it. It's like one of the first big projects I've worked on. I also have a real job and kids and everything, so can't always just be working on that. But I will be releasing that, and also a couple of videos on how Arena changed the RPG scene forever. Why Arena is so influential in the development of open world games, and a couple other videos like that, just exploring topics like going through the Daggerfall manual and the Daggerfall Chronicles strategy guide, like just videos going through that to kind of, archive and just show, all the stuff that came with the original Daggerfall, and how it looks and everything else. But anyways, that'll do it for me. Hope you guys are doing great. Talk to you next time. Thank you.